Hi everyone! Over the last couple weeks I have been decluttering my makeup collection again, mostly in the evenings when the lighting was bad. So unfortunately I could not film this process, but I did this in part because I lost my file that contained my makeup inventory on my computer. I just couldn't open it again, so I had to completely redo the thing. And for me, I took this opportunity to actually go through everything and figure out what do I want to keep, what do I want to get rid of, what do I want to use up. Well, and that is exactly what I did actually, and so I now have new numbers for you, and I'm going to share them with you. So as always, I have divided everything up into face products, eye products, lip products, nail products, perfumes, hair care and skincare. And let me just get started. So the majority of my decluttering happened with my eye and lip products because these are the categories where I had the most in without even that making sense. But let me just get into the numbers. So for face products, I started out with primers, and at the end of March this year I had 7 primers left. At the beginning of July I had 5, and now I am down to 2. Of these 2, one is currently in use. It's the non-cruelty-free one, and I have one cruelty-free one in my collection still after that one is used up, and I think I should be done with the non-cruelty-free one by the end of October. Then liquid foundations. I started out having 3, then in July I had 4, now unfortunately I have 7. The reason behind that is that the 3 foundations that I owned at the beginning of this project were all non-cruelty free, and I am currently trying to figure out a good foundation that works for me color wise, shade wise, and also in general as for my skin type. So I bought a few that I'm trying to figure out which one works best. And that led me to the 7. I still have the 3 non-cruelty free foundations in my collection, unfortunately. I probably should have used up at least one of them before buying anything, but it's kind of okay in the end. I have 4 cruelty free foundations right now. I'm trying to use up my one non-cruelty free foundation that is almost halfway gone. It's in my finish 5 by winter. And I'm fairly certain that I can use this one up, and then I would have 2 more to use up in the upcoming year. And I think that is very easily manageable. Then for powder foundations, I have had 1 powder foundation through the entire process. That one is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation with SPF 20, I believe. The problem with that foundation is that it is too dark and a tad bit too yellow for my skin tone, and it just does not work out as it is, so I have to put in effort and I have to mix it with another product to just make it a bit lighter and make it work better for me. That is a pain in the butt, especially because at the moment I don't have a container where I can put the entire foundation in and just make it light enough the entire batch. So I have to do it bit by bit, and I then have to use up that bit and then go back in and redo the whole process, and I don't always get the right shade. Doesn't always not always the same shade, so it's a bit of a pain to work with, but I'm thinking maybe if you have an idea, I would appreciate that. I would love to hear your input on how to maybe work this one out, because I don't want to throw it away. Then I had 2 BB creams at the end of March. I still had 2 BB creams at the beginning of July. I am now down to 1. This BB cream unfortunately is not cruelty free, so I will hopefully just use it up in the upcoming year during summer and then just be done with it. Foundation samples. I used to have 11 at the end of March, which was very, very upsetting to me because I don't really like foundation samples. They frequently bother me because it's just not enough to figure out what it is. It's often the wrong shade, so I tried using up the majority. And I actually did quite well. At the beginning of July I had 2 left, and of these 2 I have in the past few months used up 1 completely. I used this as a bronzer because it was way too dark, And the other one I just decided to throw out because I don't like the brand in general. Odds are the sample would not have worked for me either because it was for dry skin. I have more combination oily skin. So I just decided to declutter it one of the last couple nights. Then powders, I started out very well at the end of March with just one powder. This unfortunately went up a bit at the beginning of July to 4 powders, and I am now down to 2 powders. One of them is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Powder, which I am using usually with my Bare Minerals foundation. The other is my MAC Blood Powder, which is not cruelty-free, and this one is in my Finish 6 by Christmas. Now, concealers. I started out with 4 at the end of March. I had 2 left at the beginning of July, and now I am back to 4. The reason behind that is that my Catrice Camouflage Cream is almost used up, so I bought a backup of that. Unfortunately, it's not used up yet. I have a tiny bit left, and it'll probably last me another week or 2 even. But I figured while I'm at it, I would rather buy it and have it at home instead of having to run out and get it because it is completely gone. So I have this back up at home, and then I try to use up my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind eraser for my under eye area, and this one is in a Project Pan, and as it is not cruelty free, I wanted to replace this eventually, and for this purpose I bought the liquid camouflage from Catrice because Catrice is cruelty free. So that's also a replacement. So I'm hoping that once I have finished these 2 concealers up, the Catrice Camouflage Cream that is almost gone anyway, and the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind eraser, I am down to 2 again. So for the time being it's okay, I can live with this because I know that 2 of the 4 will be gone soon. Then powder blushes. I started out with 26, and then I worked my way down to 22, and in the past couple weeks I actually managed to finish up a bit, and now I am at 18. Of these 18 powder blushes, 4 are not cruelty free and 14 are. So I'm going to try to finish up these 4 that are not cruelty free, and once they are gone I'll just, I guess, stick to my cruelty-free blushes, and I think 4 is manageable. Next up are cream blushes. I had 4 at the beginning of this makeup inventory, and I had 4 still at the last update. I have decluttered one because the color payoff and the color itself just do not work for me. It is a pain to work with, so I decided to just declutter it, and I'm not going to even pass it along because either it is old, because I've had it for a couple of years, or it is in general just really bad, and if it doesn't work for me, for my skin tone color with the color payoff, I don't think I can find anybody for whom it would work. So I've decluttered that. I still have 3 left, and all 3 are cruelty free. Then bronzers, I had 2 at the beginning of this of my makeup inventory when I first did it. Then I went up to 5, which was quite upsetting. I am now down to 3. One of these is actually, I'm counting that as a face palette now because it is in my Benefit Powder Wowzer, which contains 2 blushes and 1 bronzer, and I would rather have this in the face palette category because it just makes more sense to me. So that's where 1 went, and 1 I have used up. Now, on to highlighters. I started out with 4 highlighters, then I worked my way down to 3. In the past few months I have used 1 up, and I decided that one of the 2 that were left I just don't like enough. That has to do with the fact that this one that I decluttered was actually the backup for the one that I had used up completely, and I just don't like it enough to keep this around and work my way through another one. So I have decluttered this. I might pass it along if I find somebody who would like to take it. If not, I will probably just throw it out because I've had this one for over 5 years. So I'm down to 1 now, and that 1 is cruelty free. And then face palettes. I did not start this category until the last time, or actually a little bit after the last time. Now, I had 3, I still have 3, but I'm working on the Benefit Powder Wowzer one because that is the only non-cruelty free face palette I own. The other 2 face palettes are cruelty free. So once the Benefit Powder Wowzer is gone, this will be a cruelty free category for me. And as you might have noticed, my bronzers and cream blushes are completely cruelty free, so that works out fine for me. Then the last category in the face products are my setting sprays. I had one at the beginning when I first did my inventory. I still had one only at the last check-in, and now I have 2. Both are cruelty free. The reason why I have 2 is that I decided that I would rather not use my expensive Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray to wet my brush for pigments. So I just decided to get a cheap setting spray and use that instead. Now, in general, I have to say I worked my way down from 66 face products completely down to first 59, and now I am at 47, which makes me very happy. Of these 47, only 12 are not cruelty free, so I think I can work my way through this category relatively quick, if you know what I mean. It will take a year probably, but I can do this.